I was just wondering, can a sciatic nerve affect an erectile dysfunction or affect the penis muscle area, period? Just curious.
Thank you for your question, Courtney. Now, this is big because I think sciatica ultimately becomes one of the major reasons people are suffering from back pain, right? So I want to show you a little picture as to what's happening when you're suffering from what we call sciatica. So unfortunately, usually when someone is saying, "Oh, it's my sciatic nerve," or the doctor tells you it's the sciatic nerve, that could really mean just about anything. But let's look here at the course of where the sciatic nerve is going to course through. So if you notice here, it's coming from the nerve roots in the spine. So that little yellow area represents the spinal cord. And you'll see here L4, L5, S1, S2, and S3 are usually what's going to be part of the nerve roots of the sciatic nerve. So if you look here, the sciatic nerve is the longest, thickest nerve in the body. And so it starts in your lower back, it descends down the buttock and down the rest of the leg, right? So generally speaking, if the sciatic nerve is interfering with erectile function, generally it's happening right around this area by the buttocks. And let me show you why that is. What we're seeing here is if you look here at this green nerve, that's representative of the sciatic nerve. If you look at the yellow nerve, that's actually representative of what we call the pudendal nerve. And the pudendal nerve is what's so important when it comes to erectile function and for the prostate and for bladder support, being able to hold your urine, so on and so forth. And if you follow the pathway of this yellow nerve, which is our pudendal nerve, you'll see it branches into all of these branches. But before it does that, it actually is dipping down in the posterior part of our buttocks. So usually if we see the sciatic nerve interfering with erectile function, usually that means that whether it's your physical therapist or whether it's your doctor, that they would want to treat the sciatic nerve right where it's dipping down into the buttocks, underneath what we call the piriformis muscle. Call it piriformis syndrome. Back in the day when I was a doctor and I really didn't know any better, and really steroids was our main thing of trying to get inflammation down, what we would do is isolate where the piriformis muscle was and where the sciatic nerve was kind of coursing underneath the piriformis. And because we knew the piriformis was causing inflammation of the sciatic nerve, we would put a little bit of steroid right into the piriformis muscle, and instantly guys would be like, wow, I feel so much better. So when it comes to the sciatic nerve and having sciatica, really the pain is coming from pressure points along that nerve. And you saw how far it goes all the way down, starting anywhere from the roots of it all the way down through the buttocks. It can actually have pressure points all the way along. But I find that for guys whose sciatica is coupled with a little bit of erectile function and some other issues there, erectile dysfunction, usually it's happening where that pudendal canal is and where that piriformis muscle is. So that's why it becomes important then, if you are suffering from that, you could actually go on YouTube and Google videos for piriformis syndrome and start doing that. Sometimes we use a foam roller, and you can roll that buttocks area on a foam roller to try to decrease some of that inflammation and to stretch that area out. There's lots of stretches that can be done to help impact that. So the pudendal nerve is so important, but the sciatic nerve, if you have sciatica and you know it's sciatica, then one of the things that you should think about is this piriformis syndrome, and is the piriformis inflamed or impinging upon that area, triggering some form of erectile issues?